Welcome to the MindShift Movement Podcast, hosted by Alan Johnson. On this podcast, Alan will be sharing with you empowering, effective, and actionable knowledge within the fitness and mindset space to help you, the listener, become the very best version of you physically, mentally, and emotionally. Now, get ready to dive into today's episode.
Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode, and firstly I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that has gone onto the rating section of podcasts and rated and left a review on my show. There has been over 45-star reviews and ratings now, which is fantastic, so really appreciate all of your time invested in me. So today I want to speak to you about intermittent fasting, i.e. IF. Okay, so first of all, what is IF? In simple terms, after we wake up, so after we've had a sleep, we are in a fasted state. So basically, it's a period of time that we haven't eaten any food or consumed any calories. Okay, so it's not something new. It has been repackaged as if it is a new concept, but it's been happening by some people for hundreds of years. Okay, so it's not a brand new concept. So, like I've already said, we enter a fasted state every time we sleep. Okay, so if you've ever skipped breakfast before, that is a form of fasting. Okay, so the most common type of fasting is the 16-8. So basically meaning that you fast for 16 hours. So you don't consume any food or calories for 16 hours. And then you have a window of 8 hours to consume all of the food that your body needs on a daily basis. Okay, and that's kind of my personal choice as well. So I actually do fast myself. I've been doing it for around 9 or 10 months roughly, and it really works for me and my lifestyle, which I'll touch on a little bit later on the episode. So some of the potential benefits of fasting is mental sharpness, optimized hormones, lowering inflammation, disease protection, increase of growth hormone, and also decrease in insulin as well. Okay, so a lot of people think fasting is actually a diet, but it really isn't. It's just basically an eating schedule that you stick to, that is, helpful for your lifestyle that you lead. Okay, so the main reason people lose weight using fasting is due to being in a calorie deficit. Okay, so basically consuming less calories than what your body is burning on a daily basis. Okay, and this is simple science to weight loss and fat loss. Okay, so it's not actually the whole point of someone is fasting, which is the reason why they're losing weight. It's more of a case of because they're skipping breakfast maybe, okay, they're having less meals, they're consuming less calories over the day and the week. That's the reason they're actually losing weight. Okay, so fasting isn't a diet, it's simply an eating schedule that people stick with. Okay, so yeah, my personal experience on fasting really is, for me, I feel like, so my normal day is waking up around 10 to 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I will just basically drink water until around 11:30, which is the time now. Around 11:30 midday is when I'll have my first meal. I've not actually eaten yet, so I'm still in a fasted state, and I feel absolutely fine. So when I did first start, I had a lot of hunger feelings. Sometimes I did experience a little bit of dizziness as well. But to be honest, over time, it's just your body adapting to a new lifestyle. Okay, so my first meal is normally around midday, and then I'll consume food until around 8 p.m. this evening. Okay, so that's kind of my 8-hour window, and then from 8 p.m. tonight and then till about midday tomorrow, I won't eat anything. Okay, so yeah, I'd say I have better alertness, plus better energy. Anyone that knows me personally or follows me on social media, I'm up early, I'm busy, I work extremely hard, I'm focused, and yeah, like I say, highly energized on a day-to-day basis as well. I consume lower calories because I'm eating less meals. So again, that works for me. It helps me stay in shape, stay lean, as well as make sure that I'm maintaining my lean muscle mass by consuming enough protein for my body on a daily basis. I find as well that it saves me time. So because I'm consuming less meals, I don't have to think what I need to be eating as much. Okay, so instead of having like 6 or 7 meals a day, which I have done in the past, now I kind of have like 3 or 4 bigger meals between the 8-hour window. So like I say, for me, it actually does save me time, which is, everyone wants to gain a little bit of extra time back in their life. I'd say also improved headspace as well, because you're simply not thinking about food as much. Okay, what meals you need to be eating at what sort of time. And also as well, I feel that it saves me money on my food bill as well, because I'm not buying as many different variations of food, i.e. having to buy a breakfast. So it saves me money on the food shopping as well. Some of the cons that I've seen online or heard from people that have experienced fasting for themselves as well. Some people can get mood swings. And I'd probably say that my missus is probably one of those people. If she ever gets something called hangry, then you don't want to be anywhere near her. So some people do experience mood swings if they haven't eaten. Some people experience dizziness, and like I say, I have experienced that in the past. Whether that was actually down to me fasting or something else, whatever, it can be something that people experience at first to begin with. Some people experience headaches. Okay. Another con really is if you're trying to bulk, it can obviously still be done, but if you're eating in just an 8-hour window, then it will make it harder compared to someone maybe that does wake up at 5 o'clock or 6 a.m. early in the morning and they eat their first meal right away. Of course, if their last meals are like 8 o'clock at night, they've then kind of got like a 15-hour window to eat more meals. So, of course, it's going to be a bit easier to get those calories in, guys. So, just to summarize, so fasting is basically just having no food for a certain period of time after you've woken up. So every time you fall to sleep and have a sleep, then you go into a fasted state when you wake up. So if you've ever skipped breakfast before, then that's a form of fasting. The most common type is a 16-8 fast, which is basically 16 hours of consuming no calories and then 8 hours of eating your meals. And yeah, that is basically it from this episode. So I hope you took some tips and headspace away from learning more about fasting. And let me know if you do fast yourself. Pop me an email over to ajfitmindcoaching@gmail.com.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the MindShift Movement Podcast. If you'd like to support the show, please subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, or Google Play. Share this episode with someone you feel would benefit from the content. And please leave a 5-star review wherever you download your podcasts. You can also contact Alan at ajfitmindcoaching@gmail.com or on Facebook at AJ Fitness and Mindset Coaching and on Instagram at Alan_Johnson_coaching. We'll catch you on the next episode.